So, Charlene, you had a huge, amazing career with Dallas and Outstanding and so many other amazing shows. Now you're in a new movie. Tell me about that.
Oh, you're so sweet. Yeah, the movie is called A Welcome Home Christmas. It's on Lifetime, and I'll be the first to admit I love all those Christmas movies. And they've already started airing, which is great. But I'm really, really happy to be a part of this one because it centers on a military family, and I play the mother. And my husband was in the military and is deceased, but our two daughters are currently serving in the military, and one of them gets to come home for Christmas. And um, the other daughter, played by Jana Kramer, is she works with servicemen and women who come back out of being in combat, come back into civilization, and she helps them to reacclimate into a normal way of life and PTSD and all that. So it focuses on the military, which I'm really happy about. And because when these people serve, it's not just them, it's their whole family, right? It's the kids, the parents, the aunts, the uncles, and everybody, and even their pets. One of the servicemen got reunited with a pet. Spoiler alert, sorry. But I'll tell you one other thing I love about this movie. I have a little bit of a love interest, which, honey, at my age, you don't see in the script at all. Trust me. So, yes, I get to meet a general, and I actually find love in this movie. So it's not the center point. It's just but I thought that was so cool because, and the gentleman playing my love interest is Tim Reed. Remember him from WKRP in Cincinnati and
yes.
So, he is so tall and debonair and such a wonderful actor. And I've known him forever. So it was just so great to be partnered with him. And so I'm very excited. And the movie Welcome Home Christmas airs on Lifetime tomorrow at 7:00. And then I believe we have an encore presentation on November 11th on Veterans Day. So
that's incredible. You got yourself a hot guy. So yeah, you got it going. I like it. And I want to thank you so much for doing a movie about military. I've had many people I love in the military, and seeing it represented and seeing the way Teresa Jana's character helps the people is so incredible.
Oh, good. I know. I'm to be honest, when I read the script, I was so happy and so excited for that reason. Yeah.
Now, did you talk to people in the military or people with Jana's kind of job to prepare for this role?
I'll tell you what. No, but I have actually known people in the military, and I had an uncle. My uncle Fred was in the military and buried with honors and the 21 gun salute and everything. And my ex-husband was in the military, and so yes, we've known a lot of military people, but we didn't have time because this movie came up quick, and we were filming it during COVID, and we were one of the first productions to go back. So we had to, Screen Actors Guild has like 40 pages of rules and safety protocols that we had to follow. So it was very interesting to film a movie with all the precautions. I mean, I never saw a crew member from their nose down, because everyone was wearing their masks and their shields. And the actors were all wearing our mask, and then they'll say, mask off and action. We take our mask off, we do the scene, and we put them right back on. And we had to get tested for COVID 3 times a week. The cast, the crew, the extras, everybody. We all had to get tested 3 times a week. And one of our crew members actually did test positive, so we had to shut down for 5 days. So yeah. He was okay. He was asymptomatic. Thank God he was okay, but he did test positive.
Stays that way, yeah.
So we had to shut down for 5 days. It was just, when you're shooting a movie like that, you bond. So this was bonding in a very different sort of way than I'd ever experienced before. we were in the trenches. It was very interesting filming like this, for sure.
I can't even imagine. It's just so crazy. Now, how did you do the scenes where like you were close up to somebody? I mean, I don't know if there were any kissing scenes or anything, but you did say you have a love interest. So how did you film those scenes? I heard some shows have like mannequins and stuff.
Right. Well. We didn't get any love scenes, but we did. We get little. Oh, there was one kiss scene between Jana Kramer, my daughter, and her boyfriend. But like I said, we were all like sequestered and tested 3 times a week. So, we knew that we were all good. So, but crazy times for sure.
I know it's absolutely crazy. But other than COVID, what would you say was the biggest challenge about playing this role?
Just imagining if I had a child in the military, how you even sleep at night. Do you must be worrying about them at all times, and yet at the same time being so proud, and being in military family where the story takes place. And I know that this is true because my daughter's one of her best friends married a gentleman in the military, and they live in a community with other military families. So you have each other to lean on for support. And we actually did have a lot of servicemen and women come in and take part in the movie, which was such a blessing and such an honor. So yeah, that was great. But it's a life. It is a calling. It's a life, and there's not enough words to say thank you or appreciate what they do for all of us, for sure.
Exactly. I mean, you can never thank them enough. And other than working with these people, what would you say was the most rewarding part about doing this movie?
Just the fact that we got to tell a story based on military families and what the sacrifices they make day in and day out. And then, and then we also had the fun stuff. It was a Christmas movie shooting in August in the summer. And so it was with bundled up in hats and scarves and big furry coats and gloves and everything, and COVID mask, and it's 100 degrees out. That also made it interesting. But so
Yeah, that I can't even imagine. I mean, that's good acting that you can't even tell that you're all bundled up in the middle of the summer. That's great.
yeah, I know exactly. But I have to say, our art department, our set decorators, and everybody, we took a little town in Tennessee, Springfield, Tennessee, and they transformed this whole little town, the town square. Oh my gosh, it was so gorgeous what they did to this sweet little town that I'd never been to in Tennessee. I live in Nashville, and I'd never been to Springfield. So I got to discover something new. 45 minutes from my house. It was great.
Oh, wow. Now you have somewhere new to visit. So that's great. And what's next for you now that this is getting ready to air tomorrow?
Yes. I'm going to start a movie. It takes place in the Appalachian Mountains, and it's about the opioid crisis. And it's really, really, really bad up there, I guess. And it's bad everywhere, sadly. So it's a completely different type of a project, and pretty harrowing, to be very honest. So I'm excited about that. Very different, and also I feel very important. So.
And if you got to reunite and work with one of your former Dallas co-stars, who would it be?
Well, we get to see each other quite a bit from time to time. And in fact, I owe Patrick Duffy an email. I got an email from him yesterday, and I got to email him back. We keep in touch, and, we've talked about it. I don't think any of us could go to do another project with somebody from our cast, because I don't think anybody would buy it. You would see Sue Ellen or Lucy or Bobby or Lucy, whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's
Right,
I
right.
don't know that we work on a scripted thing together that wasn't Dallas. So I don't know.
That's
Yeah.
great. But yeah, I'm glad you keep in touch. I was a huge fan of Patrick Duffy growing up too. One of my bucket list interviews as well.
Aw.
He's he's
Yeah,
wonderful.
Oh yeah, he's awesome. He's the best.
Yeah, and Larry Hagman was amazing too. Loved him as well.
I know. I loved him. And I remember when I got cast in the show, I was 17. And of course, I knew him from I Dream of Jeannie, and I couldn't believe it. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And when I look back at I Dream of Jeannie now, or, after I got Dallas and was working with him as JR, and then you go back and look at I Dream of Jeannie, you realize what a comic genius he really was. His comedic pratfalls and everything he did on that show, it was a seemingly simple little show, but he was brilliant. The work he did on I Dream of Jeannie was phenomenal.
It really was. I'm actually rewatching it now while I visit my mom, and it's just so amazing. He goes from stuff like someone so good and funny to someone so evil. It's like he was a genius.
He was. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. And one thing I like to ask the people I interview is, tell me a fun fact about yourself that might surprise your fans.
Let's see. Well, I can do poi balls. That's where you take, it's Polynesian dancing, where you take where you on the string, and there's the poi balls, and you put them together and you control.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I think they had that on America's Got Talent last season. It was amazing to see it go. I was like, that's incredible.
I haven't done it in years, but I used to be pretty good at it. Another fun fact, or not so fun fact, I don't shut doors. I don't know why. The cupboards, doors, I don't shut doors. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just don't. If I go into a cupboard to get a coffee cup, that cupboard will stay open until the next time. I don't know why.
And I'm the exact opposite. It drives me crazy if it's not closed.
Trust me, I drive everybody crazy. And you would think after all these years of driving people crazy, I would shut the darn door, but I don't.
Hey, we all have our quirks. Nothing wrong with it. And since we're a TV site, what are you watching on TV these days?
Oh, well, I watch a lot of television anyway. Let me see. Right now, well, outside of the election results, I started from season 1, Grace and Frankie, and Schitt's Creek again, and just to be in a good mood. And I can't wait till some of my favorite shows are coming back on the air. It'll be interesting how they do some of them, incorporating the pandemic in the storyline. So, it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job with it. I watched the Connors when they did it. They handled it really well. And then The Good Doctor on ABC handled it very well. They showed the hospital side of it. So the shows are doing really well, but I'm curious to see how the other shows do as well.
Right. Yeah, I have The Good Doctor taped. I haven't watched it yet.
I won't ruin it for you, but so good. So good. Get tissues.
Yeah, I hear it's great. Yeah. So,
yeah.
But I mean, these healthcare workers, I know quite a few. One of my best friends, Sheila, is in Los Angeles, and she's a COVID nurse. I have my cousin is in Illinois, and he is an X-ray technician, and he works in the COVID lab. So he's X-raying the lungs of COVID patients, and his wife is a COVID RN. So I know a lot of healthcare workers that are really on the front lines. And when people aren't taking this serious, it frustrates me, because I know so many people affected by this that have been sick or passed away, and people working on the front lines, that it kind of really bugs me when people don't take it seriously, I gotta say.
I feel the exact same way, but the words I have to say aren't appropriate for being on the air.
Mine either, to tell you the truth. Yeah. And listen, I got to tell you, I have friends that completely disagree with me, but they haven't been touched as many times as I have personally. They don't know people that have died or been sick or whatever. So, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I know people that have it, people that have died. So it's sad. It's sad. So hopefully we
Yeah.
can find something to take care of it and get this going away soon. Let's hope. Again, knock on wood.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
and my final question for you, since you just did a holiday movie, what are some of your holiday traditions?
Well, we're gonna see which ones we can do this
Right.
year.
Yeah.
Going to see Santa Claus, taking my little grandson to see Santa Claus. And, and I did that with my daughter up until whatever. She was definitely old enough to know,
Know the truth. Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, my grandson, so I don't think we're gonna get to go see Santa this year. We'll see what's open. We love seeing Christmas lights. Here in Nashville, they have the Opryland, and everything is so beautiful and lit up. And I don't know that, I don't really know what's all going to be open, or, certain things that you can do socially distancing and anything outside and things like that. But we're for sure going to be together as a family and enjoy it. And like everybody else, make the best of it. And just, I think the best thing right now that anybody can do is, if you can find somebody that might be on their own or struggling or feeling lonesome or something, if you can reach out somehow, some way, because I have to say, I know people that are, but I've been very fortunate through this. I've got my daughter and my grandkids, and I'm able to go and walk. I can do a 2-hour walk in my neighborhood and be outside. I'm not sequestered. And you know what I mean? It's
Right.
I can go and walk and not worry about running into people without a mask and stuff. And so I'm fortunate that way, and that I was able to work for a little bit, and or a few weeks during the pandemic when most people can't. I mean, that was a shock. So, and a blessing. So I'm just praying that everyone gets through it. It's certainly different.
It really is. And anything else you want to tell your fans before I let you go?
No, I just lots of love and blessings, and everybody just stay happy and blessed and full of love, because this will all pass. We'll get out on the other side so much better. I know we will.
Yes. And thank you so much for taking the time today. I really appreciate you. And I cannot wait to see the movie tomorrow night.
Thank you, you beautiful Sammy. Mwah.
Thank you. Mwah. Bye.
Bye. Happy holidays, sweetheart.
Happy
God bless.
holidays. Bye.
Thank you.